All right, today we're going to be summoning for the new MIWA. Now, honestly, the character herself is not the craziest, but I still like her kit personally. I used her on JP. I enjoyed using her, so I'm hoping I can get her again. I am going to do 4 multis, 1 free ticket multi, and then 3 cube multis here to try and get her. We'll see if the game treats me nicely, but I do just want to say I want to put this out here before we even get into the summons. I do not think she is worth summoning on. I think if you are a free-to-play player or a light spender, you should absolutely be skipping this banner. So before we get into the summons though, I am going to go over where she is currently at on the JP tier list, as well as her kit. If you guys want to see that information, stick around. If not, feel free to look ahead and skip ahead in the video to where the summons start. Okay, so the new MIWA's art, honestly, I love the art for the green MIWA compared to blue. Like, she's better than blue MIWA too. No shade to blue MIWA, but I think I just like this character a lot better. So characteristic: becomes stronger when paired with other Kyoto Jujutsu High student characters. Her skill 1 is going to be called Nukatsuki, if I'm saying that right. Sorry if I'm not. Deals 87.5% melee taijutsu damage to the selected enemy. If counter state is active when the skill is used, increases own Bato count by 3. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but increases her count by 3, okay, of the thing she stacks. After the skill is used, cancels own counter state and simple domain state. At level 10, it does increase the damage. And then skill 2, new shadow style simple domain, increases own taijutsu stat by 13.3% for 2 turns, activates counter state for 2 turns, and activates simple domain. At level 10, that does go up to 20%. And then if own Bato count is 15 or above, when this skill is activated, up after applying taijutsu damage increase, deals 199.5% melee taijutsu damage to all enemies. And at level 10, it's 300% melee taijutsu damage. Counter state activates up to 1 time during the turn when targeted by an enemy single target attack. It has to be a melee attack more specifically. Deals 100% taijutsu damage to the attacking enemy multiplied by a certain amount. If own Bato count is below 10 when countering, deals 100.5% of counter damage. If own Bato count is 10 or above when countering, deals 100.5% of counter damage. I don't know what, that doesn't seem right the way that was translated. Is below or above? Vato count is below 10 and Vato count is 10 or above. You should do more damage. I don't think that's right. I think this part's wrong. If Bato count is below 10, I think it's lower. I don't know if that translation was right or not here, but I don't think that's accurate. And then skill 3, successive hits, deals 282.10% melee taijutsu damage to the selected enemy for 3 hits, increases own critical hit rate by 13.3% for 2 turns, increases own Bato count by 2. After the skill is used, cancels own counter state and simple domain state. If own Bato count is 10 or above when skill is activated, activates own counter state for 2 turns, activates simple domain state. Counter state activates up to 1 time during the turn when targeted by an enemy single target melee attack. Once again, deals 100.5% of 100% taijutsu as counter damage to the attacking enemy. At level 10, it's 200% of the 100% taijutsu and 420% damage there at the top. And then her ultimate, full power triple slash, deals 448% melee taijutsu damage to the selected enemy for 3 hits, attracts the selected enemy's attacks for 1 turn 1 time, increases own taijutsu stat by 13% for 3 turns, activates own counter state for 2 turns, activates own simple domain state, and increases own Bato count by 3. And then once again, we have the counter state information again. I'm not going to read it another time, okay? But level 3, there are the percentages as well. 20% goes from 13% to 20% in taijutsu stat increase right there. And then for her auto skills, like look at, oh, it's so much. It's so much with this character. All right, so counter Bato. While counter state is active, when targeted by an enemy, single target melee attack, deals 100% taijutsu multiplied by a certain amount as counter damage. Simple domain. While simple domain state is active, applies the following effect to self: decreases own jujutsu damage received by 20%, nullifies effects applied from enemies' domain expansions. That's kind of interesting. When counter state is deactivated, simple domain is also deactivated, but this is actually pretty cool right here, the nullifying domain expansion stuff. Bato sword drawing at the start of each turn, applies effects to self based on own Bato count. 1 count or above increases own taijutsu stat by 11%. 4 counts or above increases own ultimate skill gauge charge rate by 14%. 18 counts or above, increases own critical hit damage by 50%. 24 counts or above, increases own cursed energy consumption efficiency. Or it costs 5 less cursed energy to do your moves. So basically, you want to stack as many of these counts as you can. The higher your count is, the higher the taijutsu damage and ultimate skill gauge charge rate. For every 1 count, increases by 1%, maximum at 40 counts. So it does max out at 40 counts, maximum increase though is 50%. Increases your own count when utilizing skills, can only be increased when at 39 counts or below. And then last but not least, I love my relationship with everyone right now. At the start of each turn, increases own damage dealt for 1 turn. The more characters from the Kyoto Jujutsu High students, the bigger the increase. So if you have 1 character is 20%, yourself is included, 2 characters is 30%, 3 characters is 40%, and 4 characters is 50%. So even if you don't run her with other Kyoto students, she's still getting a 20% increase, which is kind of nice for her. So overall, I think she's just a fun character to use. I don't think she's going to be anything broken, but once again, I think people should be skipping her. As for where JP players place her right now on the tier list, this is the JP tier list. She is actually pretty far down on the tier list. She is A+ tier right here, right? So the JP tier list only goes down to B tier. So S tier would be mid in this case. A+ is like 1 below mid. So I wouldn't say she's bad, but I also wouldn't say she's great, right? Like, for example, Blue Itadori right here, I've used him in multiple Illusory Tower stages, so he's definitely had his uses, and he's an A+ tier, right? So she can definitely be used, but at the same time, she is in the same tier as Toto. I don't know. Toto beat here just doesn't feel right, but maybe he's better than I give him credit for. But like, plenty of people have used Hanami, right, as a free-to-play option. You know how good Hanami is. So A+ tier, these characters are not bad by any means. So definitely a decent option as a character, just not anything like as broken as these characters up above, especially like Domain Expansion Gojo, who everybody should now have or have pulled for and tried to get. You know how broken he is, right? So nothing compared to that, but still, I think a fun character nonetheless, and if you do want to toss at least your free summon at it, I do think it's worth grinding out the tickets. And finally, with all of that out of the way, we get to the summons. I know a lot of talking, and I kind of went over the kit pretty quickly. I didn't really elaborate on anything going on in the kit. I really just pretty much read through it. So hopefully we'll get lucky here. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and do the daily paid first. We'll see if we get anything off that. I would love to see it happen. I feel like I have to do this at the start of every summon video now, just because it never happens, right? Someday it'll happen. We'll get something off the paid daily, but not today. Not today. All right, let's go ahead and do this. And I do 4 multis because that allows me to go in and exchange for points on the gacha card. It costs 20, right? So I can exchange twice to add some more points to the gacha card. I could technically just pity her if I wanted, but she is not the character that I'm going to do that for. I'm going to save that for Shoko or the Honored One Gojo when they come out, more than likely. Maybe yellow Shoko, but I don't know. We'll see. There's yellow and green coming out, both good characters. It's not looking good for the first summon, man. The free summon. Oh, there's a character. Okay, no real animation there. Let's go. All right, let's hope that it's something good. I don't think there were any other SR characters to be faked. Oh, there was. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't think we were gonna get faked out on any others, but let's see. All right, game. It's gonna be the next one right here. No! Okay, well, we got Junpei. Oh no, I hope the game doesn't think it just niced me with that, man. That is another dupe for him, though. I mean, not that I really ever use him that much, but that is a dupe for him. Oh man, that is an SSR, though, so hopefully the game gives me something on these next few summons, but I feel like it's not going to now. That might be bad. That might be really bad for me. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, here we go. Game, please. Honestly, with the banners that are out, like MIWA is probably definitely not the one to summon on, because you could still summon on Sukuna. You could still summon on the character select banners with paid cubes if you have paid cubes. So just keep that in mind. Recollection. Oh my gosh. All right, 3 recollections. One of these has to be at least the new one, right? Can we at least walk away with the new recollection? That'd be nice. Maybe? Game? All right. Let's go. Okay. And all right, didn't need any of those, so fantastic. Love that. I thought for a second that first one when I said let's go was that one. It was not though. My bad. All right, 2 more summons. Let's see if we can get something that's featured on the banner, man. This has just been the luck lately. It's, to be fair, I'm not doing a ton of summons, right? I shouldn't expect a lot, but it'd be nice to get something featured on the banner early. Game, come on. All right, we got 1, 2 recollections, okay? If only I didn't have that max duped. All right, new one. Of course not. All right, well, I had both of those max duped as well, dude. I just have so many of these to trade in at this point. It's actually crazy. All right, and our last summon here, I know I have enough for another summon, but I'm stopping at 4 because I won't be able to trade in if I do like 5 multis, and then I'm just wasting points, right? So, gotta be somewhat efficient with how we do the summons, so it's not looking good. No Black Flash. Do we have a Black Flash on any of these? But we did get a couple of SSRs regardless, so... Man, I hate when it ends on nothing. I hate that. I hate that so much, man. See, this is why I end up doing stupid things, guys. Okay. Whatever. Whatever. I hate it when it does that. No, and then we're gonna get no. Okay, this means I need to stop. I have to stop. Okay, if there's nothing here, no animation. Yo, I should have stopped on the last one. I should have stopped on the last one. Oh my, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm out. That's 2 SRP loss. All right, well, I'm not getting her on global. Back when I was summoned for her on JP, my JP luck went a little bit more crazy, but I do have showcases already for her on the channel. If you just search up MIWA, you'll find her. But yeah. I'm okay with not getting her on global. I'll get her eventually. She will be added to the standard pool eventually. So let me know what you guys think of the character if you got her. Let me know how your summons went down in the comments. I hope they went better than this. And if you guys enjoyed the video, the information, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. And thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel. Peace.